I'm fangirling.
Is Matty gonna be jealous?
Yeah, I told him and he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I know.
I would get you some tickets.
Don't
tell us that.
When you're in the car, you've got to put quite a lot of force through the pedal. I've got to keep my legs the same strength, otherwise my left leg is going to be a lot bigger than my right and I'm going to look a bit stupid.
Shemai Emma.
Shemai Manon.
And welcome back to What's Occurring Fam, brought to you by Rouvy and hosted by Pinarello.
I'm really excited for today's guest.
I'm so excited.
I can't wait.
So today we have a fellow Welsh woman, a future star in motorsport and part of the F1 Academy, Ella Lloyd. Welcome, Ella. We are super excited to get into this chat, get to know all about you, and also because Emma is a very big F1 fan. We want to know if she has a future in F1 or if it's too late for her. But I think, start off, we're all Welsh. How cool is that?
We are all Welsh. I think we haven't had many Welsh people on, have we?
I don't think have we had anybody?
I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to definitely be fangirling today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I wish I was an F1 driver, but
felt like the ultimate
live it through Ella.
Coolest.
You can have a go on
ever.
my car, look. Go to Vegas.
Can I?
Yeah, go to Vegas.
Look, please get a podcast of us in Vegas. But where are you actually from in Wales?
Yeah, so I'm from Pontypridd, which is obviously not far from Cardiff. Far away from everything motorsport.
Yeah.
That is true.
I feel like you sound more Welsh than me and Emma.
Yeah, I was saying that we don't.
No, we don't. We're
I feel
quite
like you
neutral.
sound a little bit. I sound nothing.
No. Do you speak Welsh?
Yeah, so I went to a Welsh school. Obviously, I left 4 years ago now, so lost it a little bit, but I still can't.
Yeah, I still got it.
Yeah,
still
still
got
got
it.
She has definitely got the accent.
So I think we should go back to the start. Obviously, you're 21 now, and you started in...
21, I'm 20.
Oh, you're 20?
Oh.
20?
Putting a year on to me.
Sorry about that.
I'm 20.
So when did you start in motorsport?
Yeah, so I started racing in 2022 when I was 16, so a lot older than most people. My dad did rallying, so I've always kind of been around it, watched it. My brother did a little bit as well. And then, I started racing in 2022 in Jeanette Juniors. Only went and did a test to kind of have a go and see what it was about. And the team manager kind of asked me if I wanted to do the championship then the following year. And I took the opportunity. I was very clueless going into my first season. Obviously, everyone else has done a lot of karting. So it was kind of all about kind of learning what motorsport was about and everything then the first year, and moved up the ranks to Jeanette GT5, which I came vice champion in, and then moved into single seaters last year then, and obviously F1 Academy this year.
That's crazy.
So obviously you grew up with your dad doing rallying. Was that something that you watched him do and you were inspired and you were like, I want to do that? Or was it just kind of like you just going for a ride and watching it?
I think when I was younger, I was just kind of going along, watching, having fun. Obviously, I grew up involved with cars, motorbikes. My brother had motorbikes, my cousins had motorbikes. So I've always been around things with engines, and I just love the smell of it. It sounds a bit weird.
Like everyone does it, like petrol and things.
Petrol head.
Yeah, so it was never something that I thought when I was younger, oh, that's what I want to do. It was just kind of a bit of fun. But then when I actually started to do it for real, then it was kind of
Did
what I
you
wanted to
do any other sports before?
Yeah, so
Like
I
you got
did
into-
show jumping and ski racing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
These are like
such like
all
a
the coolest
different-
sports ever.
Ski jumping and what was the other one?
Ski jumping.
Ski jumping.
No, what was it?
Show jumping and
Show
ski
jumping.
racing.
That's such like a different avenue in sport. Like, what made you? Why did you transition? Like, did you have an injury, or like did you just come to a natural end?
Yeah, so I started skiing when I was 3, just from going on holidays and learning how to ski, and then I kind of just got into racing then because I started so young. And then it was kind of something that just fizzled out a little bit. I didn't really want to do it no more. And then I had a horse as well at the same time I was ski racing. And just kind of, I was enjoying just going out jumping, going to shows, and was quite successful on my horse and in ski racing. But then as soon as I kind of jumped in a car, I kind of thought,
Was that the favourite? You knew that was,
Yeah, that's what I want to do, so...
You said you got into it when you were around 16.
Mm-hmm.
What about everybody else? What's the normal kind of route into motorsport?
Yeah, so everyone starts in karting normally. you can start when you're about 4.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So everyone's done nearly 10 years before I've even started. So I was very late into it compared to like most people. But I think once you've learned everything, about motorsport, the racecraft, obviously everything that's involved in doing, like a quali lap and then race pace. I think once you learn all of that, it's kind of you're all on the same page then. I feel like I'm just as good or even better than, the people that I'm racing against now that have done karting for, years before I started.
And do you think it helped having like your family, dad kind of involved with it? You could sort of use them, to get information, learn from them. Obviously it's rallying's very different to F1, but was there like a crossover, and what did you learn from your dad?
Yeah, I think obviously, driving is driving at the end of the day. I did learn in a normal car, going up the mountain with him. So, yeah, there's obviously a lot of things you can cross over, even from like ski racing and show jumping. You've got to have a lot of feel for, if it's icy or if it's a little bit powdery, or, what your horse is doing, because, it's temperamental.
Yeah.
You can do anything. And then that transitions then into having feel in the car. Because, if you've got understeer or oversteer, you kind of got to feel it through your bum. So kind of translates quite well.
So did you start racing before you passed like your driving test?
Yeah.
That's mental.
What? So you were in an F1 car before you were in a normal car?
Well, it was like a Ginetta, so it was like a normal looking car.
That's crazy.
I'm guessing you passed your test first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if she didn't. I suppose some of the F1 drivers now are, drove like an F1 car in an F1 race before they pass it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, which I couldn't even imagine because of like the pace and like the different things.
Yeah.
But it is crazy. And do you love like the speed and like the thrill of it and like...
Yeah, I do love the speed. I think when I jump back in my normal car,
Oh,
it's a bit slow.
Yeah.
Imagine the transition, like you go around the corner, you're like, oh my gosh, I
My
can't.
mum's always screaming at me, telling me to slow down.
I guess like so used to it and like getting in that mode, and you go in a normal car and it's like completely
It just
different.
feels slow.
I guess it's probably like you being on a track bike and then going on like a city bike or something.
To be fair, yeah, we were on the line bikes the other day and they are so... You have to put quite a lot of effort in. I was struggling.
They're electric though, aren't they?
Yeah, but you still gotta
Got
push.
a pedal, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the comparison probably is very different to like the cars, but I guess it is similar.
Yeah.
So now you're part of the F1 Academy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell us about that. Like, what is that like? And is it just females? And
Yeah, so F1 Academy is an all-female series.
Okay.
Is trying to inspire, obviously, the younger generations of females, because there's obviously not that many in karting.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to inspire people to get into karting. The more girls that get into karting, then the more that's going to kind of travel through the ranks then. So F1 Academy's got 17 female drivers. Every F1 team's got a driver in F1 Academy, and then the rest of the cars are then sponsored drivers. So we race on 7 weekends of the F1.
What was the process like getting on the F1 Academy?
Yeah, so obviously I started in kind of car racing and then switched to single-seaters. I did my first year of British F4 as kind of a learning year. Before then, I went into F1 Academy trying to just get some experience under my belt in, like, obviously single-seater.
Sorry, what's F4?
So,
come on, man.
Is it the different cars? Is it
so F1 Academy and British F4 has got the same car.
same
actually.
car?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's different front and rear wing.
Okay.
Like, aero package is different.
So it would be like
You'll be
a
able to see
time
from, like
trial bike
F1, F2, F3.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's like different...
levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So F4 is kind of like the bottom, and then it kind of goes up then
Okay,
to
cool.
F3 and then F2 and then F1.
Sorry, I don't know anything about this.
Mate,
but
I'm literally all over it.
Are
Like the
you?
fact she goes to 8 of the Formula 1 races.
Yeah.
Do you stay to watch like the whole weekend?
Yeah, so I'm there from, I don't know, Monday until Sunday. So I'm there for the whole weekend. I've got to do the same, like media day, free practice qualifying, and obviously the races. So I'm there every single day of.
Wow,
See,
that is
that's
so
my
cool. That is so
Literally my
cool.
dream.
And obviously we come from, cycling's a very male-dominated sport, but I feel like probably motorsport is even more so.
Yeah.
Were you ever kind of surrounded by women, motorsport women growing up? Like, did you have any women that you looked up to that were heroes of yours, or was it kind of, is this the first sort of generation of female drivers?
I think it's quite difficult because when I obviously started, I was 16, so a lot older than most people. There was W Series. I'm not sure if you know.
I don't think
so that was kind of a all-female championship as well, which that was kind of on when I started racing. So I was kind of looking up to that and kind of basically wanting to race in that then. And obviously it stopped and F1 Academy came along. So then I kind of changed my goal to be in an F1 Academy. So it wasn't that many females, but obviously kind of that championship was obviously Jamie Chadwick racing in there. That inspired me to obviously be like them.
Do you find, is it quite hard being in like a male dominated sport, or do you now find you're, in this academy and you're surrounded by a lot of great female athletes?
Yeah, I wouldn't have said it's hard. I think at the end of the day, you're racing a car, whether it's a male or female next door to you, it doesn't really make a difference. I'm there to do my best and win. So it's we're all in equal machinery. So just all there to do the same job, really.
Wow. I'm really interested to know. So what does a day, like a training day, look like for you? Because ours are very different. But I also feel like, I know when I went to my first F1 race, I remember seeing you have such a big team, you have a team around you and you have I'm guessing nutritionists maybe, or it might be different in F1 Academy. What does a day in a life look like?
Yeah,
for Ella?
So I train probably most days of the week. Okay. So this week I did 2 days on the sim and then come back, do a cardio session and then do 2 fitness kind of in the gym sessions then. I kind of train all my body in my gym sessions because I don't really get that many when I'm racing and different things. So we do a lot of single leg or single arm stuff because when you're in the car, you got to brake and you got to put quite a lot of force through the pedal. So obviously I got to keep my legs, the same strength. Otherwise my left leg is going to be a lot bigger than my right and I'm going to look a bit stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of train as much as possible, but obviously I gotta recover as well because going to Vegas or America is long haul flight, so I've got to try and manage my recovery and train when is best and kind of rest when I need to.
And how often do you actually get to drive an F1 car in a week?
I did British F4 as well as F1 Academy this year, so I was in the car quite a lot. So obviously didn't have many opportunities to train or be on the sim. But I think it's really beneficial to have the extra time in the car because the more seat time you get, the better you're going to be. So yeah, it's just this year I had a lot of seat time. But obviously if you don't do a dual program, then it's not as much. But I think the more you can get, the more beneficial it is.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
So interesting, all the different training you have to do to drive a car and even think about the legs. I just wouldn't even have thought about that.
I think loads of people think that because you think you're sat in a car, but there's so much force against you when you go. You see them all do those necks.
I was going to say
those on my neck as well.
There is so much to it. And obviously by the time this episode comes out, you have signed with the new team.
Well, I've re-signed with McLaren.
Re-signed?
Yeah.
Why have you chosen that team? That's really, really exciting. And is that something you want to stay with them or?
Yeah, so obviously I signed with McLaren for this year, which I was really excited about and renewing my contract then for next season as well, which is going to be really exciting. We've had a pretty successful year, I would have said. We've had a win and 5 podiums, and we're currently 3rd in the championship. So I think my first year with McLaren has been pretty good, I would have said. I think most people would think the same. So yeah, it's nice to obviously be back with them for next year. The same team as, Rodin will be running the car. So it's nice to be back with them and just kind of build on what I've learned this year and try and obviously go for the championship then next year.
Nice. We always like to kind of ask athletes we have on best and worst day on the bike, but we'd love to know what has been, let's start with the best day in a car or a race that you've done.
I think my best race was Jeddah, where I won. And then I did have a good weekend in Canada because I had 3 P2s, which was pretty good weekend. And then my worst, you wanted.
Do you have many crashes?
Pardon?
Do you have many crashes?
Well, Sometimes.
Have you crashed?
Yeah, I have crashed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, my worst weekend this year is probably Miami, when I kind of braked a bit late and, well, crashed my car basically going into the first corner, which was a stupid mistake from my side, but, you know, things like that happen. There was loads of cars going into turn one, and then, yeah, just braked a bit late and locked
And is
up.
it the same format as F1? So you do qualifying and then a race?
Yeah, so slightly different. We've got one qualifying session.
Okay.
So we get 2 sets of tyres to use then. And then they'll set the grid for the second race.
Okay.
And then the top 8 will be reversed for the first race.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the first race will be reverse top 8 of your qualifying positions. And then from 9 back is exactly the same as where you qualified.
Oh, why do they do that? Is it just, I don't know.
Last year they didn't do it. They left it like, so you had your first and second fastest lap for race 1 and 2.
Oh, I see.
But like, it kind of makes the racing a bit better because obviously you've got the quick cars then kind of coming through and you've got to hold them
I'm
off.
going to have to watch them.
Yeah.
Is it on the same?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Oh,
so it's easier
I could
to
be
watch.
watching that now.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it as well.
Yeah, into it.
What's the most stressful part of a race for you? Is it the start? Because that always looks like carnage.
I would have said qualifying.
Really?
Yeah. I think because you've just got to put everything into, like, you get 1 or 2 laps.
Yeah.
In,
Yeah,
like,
true.
the tyres. I think, well, you get basically 1 lap in the tyre. And kind of the first set is you go out, you kind of get used to it. Because by the time you've done your free practice, F1 would have already been out once or twice. And the grip that they put onto the track it'll be completely different when you go out again for qualifying.
Really?
So it's like, your first set of tyres is just getting used to it, and then your second set is where you kind of push. So I think it's just trying to get everything into that 1 lap is the most stressful.
So
bit.
you'll use these tyres for like a few laps and then they're done?
No, so we'll obviously go out, do laps on them for qualifying, come back in, swap tyres, and put new on again. But then we'll save them 2 sets. One will be for race 1 and one will be for race 2.
Okay.
I need to watch some F1.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah,
I need to watch the tyre changes and everything.
Oh, super cool. Wow.
It is very, very cool. So obviously you're now going to have another year in F1 Academy. And then what does it look like after that? Like, how many years can you be on F1 Academy? Is the next step F3? I'm guessing.
Yeah, so F1 Academy, they've just announced that after 2027 you can do a 3rd year.
Okay.
But obviously if you win the championship you can't come back. So obviously my aim is to win the championship. Hopefully I do. And then the next steps then is like GB3 FRECA or like FIA F3. So they kind of all, I would say GB3 and FRECA are on the same kind of level, and then F3 is like that little bit another step up then.
Nice.
So hopefully I can make the step up to that, but you know, it's all depending on my performance next year.
And are there many girls in F3?
No, there's none in F3.
None?
Wow.
No.
Wow.
So in the female F1 Academy, what's like the average age? Is everyone sort of your age, older, younger?
Yeah, so the age is actually from 16 to 24.
Okay.
I think
You've still got a chance.
Yeah, 22.
It's not too late.
Get me in.
yeah, so I
I'd
think
love that.
most girls are kind of around my age, I would have said. Maybe there's some that are a bit younger, but they're mostly around my age. Then.
Yeah.
We are delighted to be working with Rouvy on What's Occurring Femme, and we have a great offer for you. You can use promo code FEMMES, F-E-M-M-E-S, for an additional 30 days on top of the 7-day free trial.
This is applicable to new subscribers only.
Rouvy's on a mission to bring the indoors to the outdoors, connecting you with real routes from around the world to your home. And in the summer, you can utilise Rouvy to do specific training sessions or to hide from the heatwave.
Rouvy's new Route Creator tool also allows riders to upload their favourite loops onto Rouvy. Everyone can easily convert their own video into a virtual route to ride at home. We've got some big plans with Rouvy over the next few months, so watch this space.
And remember to use the code FEMMES, F-E-M-M-E-S, for an extra month on us when you subscribe for the first time.
What's been your favourite track that do you have a favourite track that you drive on?
I would have said my favourite track is like Silverstone or Canada. I quite like Canada. That was a nice track.
What is it about that track?
I think Silverstone's quite like, I don't know.
Is
it's
that like
quite
a home
fast.
track for you?
Yeah. But I like the track anyway in general. It's always kind of been my favourite and the one I've always kind of not been good at, but I'd like the most success. And then Canada, I think I quite like because I had 3 P2s there.
Yeah, I guess you have when you have memories from that
Yeah.
track.
But it was quite good racing as well, which makes it more exciting. So.
Yeah.
Did you race Silverstone this year?
Yeah, so I did British F4 in Silverstone this year. So.
Did you go to F1 in Silverstone this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah?
I probably would have seen you.
Yeah.
I didn't even. Yeah, I went to Monza last year, so Monza was my first
Okay.
F1 race, and
Yeah.
it was insane. And like being like, so do you know the cars? Are they different sizes? So F4, F3, F2, F1.
Yeah, they're all different sizes.
Mate, the cars are like.
I need to
honestly,
come. I need to learn more.
But you want to go to Mexico next year? Me and
Oh,
Matty want to go.
wow.
We're
Is
literally
Matty
obsessed. Yeah,
into it
so
as
like
well,
this
yeah.
is like I'm fangirling.
Is Matty
Like-
gonna be jealous?
Yeah, I told him and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah.
So do you when you do your race? Are they the same races every year? So we do Silverstone the same.
So
7 races?
Silverstone, I did with British F4 this
Oh,
year.
okay.
It was a one-off round.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't a part of the championship. But like the calendar, the F1 Academy calendar last year was slightly different to this year.
Okay.
And then obviously it's not been announced for next year yet. But
Maybe I should go.
Yeah. I
You
should.
should tell me what races you go to.
Yeah. You should.
Literally.
I would get you some tickets.
Mate,
Don't tell us that.
mate, you need to come to one and look.
I do. I feel
No,
like
but
I
it is
do.
cool because sprinting, like my sport's a fast sport. Like Manon's an endurance rider, so
It's not as fast.
Yeah.
Well, no, it is. The sprint finishes
Yeah,
are, but like I love the speed and like that's what like I love about my sport, and obviously your sport's insane.
Yeah.
But do you watch do you interested in any of the sports? Like, have you watched a cycling race?
Uh,
Like, do you know anything about our sport?
no, not really. I've seen
That's
it
quite
like a little bit on the telly,
Yeah.
like cycling different things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not something that I really watch.
And do you just you just interested in like F1, motorsport, MotoGP?
Yeah, so I watch like if my dad's got the telly on in the
yeah.
house, like he'll have the F1 on or like MotoGP, or even rallying he'll have on. But
Yeah, that
Does
is.
Yeah.
he still rally now as well? Or?
no,
No.
doesn't rally. no.
Rally's crazy. Have you-
Yeah.
it's-
My dad used to do a bit, not on a very professional level, but
Mate, it's
Yeah.
insane. Like,
I was a co-driver for my dad once.
I actually saw that.
Yeah. I should know more than I'm saying, but I don't. Yeah.
And was that an avenue you weren't interested?
I think rallying is just completely different to circuit racing.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah, it's fun, but
It
I
looks
didn't.
so scary.
My dad like did that bit, but every time I'd jump in the car, he'd scream for me to slow down
Really?
or press the brake early.
I bet that's so scary for him having his like daughter. And
Yeah,
Like,
he didn't like being
Yeah.
in the passenger seat.
yeah, I bet.
Oh my gosh.
I've not taken him out on the track yet, but I think I should.
Yeah, I think you
scare
should.
him.
Yeah. Have you done any like races in Wales, or obviously not F1, but like I don't
Yeah.
know, like smaller races?
No, I've not done any races. I've been to Pembrey
Oh yeah.
and then
yeah, that's near us.
Anglesey.
Yeah.
And where
Yeah.
else?
Anglesey.
North
That's
Wales.
like
Oh,
that.
sorry.
Yeah,
Considering I'm Welsh.
Oh.
but yeah, I've not raced at those tracks. They're quite little tracks.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But that's
You're a big
crazy
dog
you
now.
got into it considering there was no... I guess the closest F1 track to you is Silverstone. Is that the only one in the UK?
Yeah, the only F1 track.
That is
Yeah, so-
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
like coming... Like, there must be not many... Are you the only Welsh driver?
Yeah, on the grid, yeah.
Yeah. Are there many British?
Yeah, there's quite a few British drivers. Yeah, I would say quite a
Who's
few.
like your biggest rival?
Ooh.
Oh. What, in my series I'm
Yeah.
with?
Yeah.
Well, obviously the people at the top, and there's Maya and Dorian that's fighting for the championship this year. So obviously they were my biggest rivals this year, but obviously next year I don't know who's going to be my biggest rival. Yeah, just all depends who's racing.
So where are you currently sitting? Third?
Yeah, so I'm third in the championship.
And how many races are left?
There's 2 races, obviously 1 weekend. So we get 2 races in Vegas.
Oh, I see. So this... When you go to America, it's your last...
Yeah.
And
my
could
last
you
one.
move up?
Well, it's kind of I need to hold third because she's
Oh, okay.
only 1 point behind.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Oh, that's
I-
exciting.
yeah,
and
I
that's
moved-
your goal of this season, is to...
Yeah, try and stay in third. I moved up from 4th to 3rd in Singapore, so trying
you
to
went
hold.
Singapore?
Yeah.
That's such a cool place.
That's very
Damn.
cool.
And then what are your goals for next year? Obviously, you want to win
Yeah.
the championships.
My goal is to kind of win the championship. I think you kind of go, instead of like kind of winning all the time, you've got to be more consistent with
Okay.
your results. Like
Yeah.
finishing every race, even if it's a little bit further down, but just kind of staying out of trouble and picking up all the pieces. I think that's, from watching this year, I think Dorian has kind of been good at kind of finishing all the races and being consistent, and I think that's what you need to do to obviously have a chance at winning.
And what do you think you need to work on? Like, obviously be consistent, but is there anything like off track you want to work on, or on track, or?
I think off track I'm doing everything I can really. Obviously I'm in the gym training as much as possible, doing the heat training as well. I'm on the sim as many times as I can be. Obviously it's not real life, so I don't want to get too like drawn into what the sim is actually doing. But yeah, I think it's just minimizing the mistakes, and just sometimes I just go flat out too fast, especially on
it's not a bad thing. At least you're not slow.
Yeah. Like on an F1 weekend when you go to like the street tracks, especially, it's really dusty when you first go there. So like you got to bring it back and build up to it then. So it's just being consistent.
And do you work a lot with your coach? Like, do you have one coach or do you have different?
Yeah, so I've got a fitness trainer, one in McLaren and one kind of that works with me then kind of outside of McLaren, and he does like the nutrition as well a little bit. Just trying to keep on top of that. And then I've got a kind of like a driver coach as well that comes with to every race weekend. Just is obviously a different. You have an engineer that's kind of more into like the data side, and then if you have a driver coach, that's more kind of driver's perspective.
Yeah. So would he watch and give you tips and say,
so he'll like look at obviously the data as well, but it's just different advice that they can give. They've been in the same situations. They've driven the cars and they kind of know it a bit more. Yeah. So it's just different advice, which sometimes the driver can understand it a bit more.
Yeah. And how much can you sort of have your input on the car and like tweaks and stuff, or is that kind of taken care by someone else?
No, so I work with my engineer. Obviously, we kind of have like a baseline setup of this is what we think is going to work. Yeah. Obviously, it doesn't always turn out that way.
Does it change every single track you go to and event?
Yeah, so it'll change from track to track. Obviously, we either got low or medium downforce. We don't really use high downforce because there's not that many tracks that we need to use it for. But it's just kind of the tracks with, if it's got a lot of curbs and long straights, like then you need to take the air off a little bit. And if it's kind of a shorter straight track, then more corners, then you need the aero then to kind of balance it up. Yeah. So it's quite technical of what you need to do to the car. Like I've needed to learn quite a lot this year about the car and like what changes like that I need to maybe help me go faster, but also like if I know like maybe we've tried this before, then we can try it again. Like so if I build my knowledge up of what the car is, then
so much like more to it than just
there is so
drive.
much.
Obviously I didn't know it was just driving a car, but like it's crazy, like the team behind the team, and I guess people don't really see that there is so much more to you just getting into a car and seeing the final product of you winning races. And I guess that's similar in our sport as well. Like there's so many people behind the scenes rather than you just on your bike. But in the F1 Academy, is there anything you'd want to see progress? Like, would you want more races, or like, because is there only a set number of races every year, like 7?
Yeah, so there's 7 events each year. 2 races at each event. I think.
Okay, there's still quite a lot of racing.
Yeah, it's not as much as like British F4, like the normal championships. Normally we get 10 race weekends and 3 races at each weekend.
Oh, wow.
So if you look at it that way, there's not much kind of racing. And then also like kind of testing and track, what's the word? I don't know.
Track
testing. That's the word. There's not that many test days. So it's kind of limited track time then. That's why I did British F4 this year as well.
Yeah. So did you come from British F4 to F1 Academy?
Yeah, so I did British F4 last year, but also this year as well as F1 Academy.
Are you going to do that again next year?
I'm not sure yet. I don't probably not. I had like 2 triple headers, which was like
oh my gosh,
pretty busy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And if there's any like young females that are kind of listening to this and be like, wow, that is so cool. What kind of advice would you give them? What paths should they follow if they want to follow in your footsteps?
Yeah, I think like any females can start at kind of any age. You don't have to start in karting. I didn't. I think a lot of people say you've got to start in karting, but I didn't, and
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not like one set path that you have to
Yeah,
follow. You can
no.
make your own.
yeah, I think most people obviously do karting, and then they build all that knowledge up then before they go into car racing. But I think just any opportunity that comes your way, like take it, because you never know if it's going to come back around.
Yeah.
And yeah, just give it your all, because you only get one chance at it, really.
Yeah, definitely. I think we should get Ella on the track.
Me?
On the velodrome. Oh, that'd be really fun.
Yeah. Would you ever get on the track bike?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I can ride a bike, so I wouldn't fall off.
Good.
We could swap sport.
Yeah, you
That
can
would
have
be
a go.
so cool.
Mate, I honestly...
That would be so
I'd-
cool.
No,
What's
but
the
the thing is,
carnage?
if you got me an F1 car, I wouldn't
Can you just get in an F1 car and drive it, or
Probably not.
I don't know, like
Well, you could
could,
do a
could
test day in an F4, yeah.
and
I think.
you could get around a lap
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could
with
drive
some
an
great
F4.
advice.
Yeah.
and teaching.
And then I can teach
Yeah.
Ella on the velodrome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we should
Track.
make this happen.
Do you do any cycling as training?
Like I kind of do a bit of like mountain biking, so like going. So
Mate, better than nothing.
Yeah,
Mate, I
that's
didn't
so
do
good.
mountain biking.
Do you not?
No.
Did you cyclocross?
No. Oh, I did a bit of cycling
You
when
must
I was
have done,
younger.
yeah.
But mountain biking, no. It wasn't.
I feel like mountain biking. These are all like quite extreme sports, aren't they?
Yeah.
Adrenaline
Skiing.
filled. Yeah,
Skiing.
yeah.
That's what
Well,
I said.
It's been super interesting to hear all about it. I feel like, Emma, you've probably got a million more questions.
Yeah, I
that
actually
you
do,
want to ask.
but I can't ask anymore.
We'll do
it's-
round two.
It's
We'll do
so
round.
cool, and like having female. Like I didn't know that
Yeah.
F1 Academy was female exclusive. And I
Yeah.
think, like for girls in sport, that's amazing. And
Yeah.
like I love that for you, and I love that you have that. And hopefully, like I can't wait to watch it now. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
be.
know.
I'm
I
gonna
feel
be
like I'm really
fangirling
invested.
and watching.
Yeah, I feel like this is my new sport and I want to
Yeah.
learn everything about it. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on the pod, Ella. It's been, amazing to chat to you and hear your story.
no,
Thank
thank you
you.
for having me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A reminder that today's show is hosted by Pinarello, and we're lucky enough to be in the Wilmslow store today. And me and Emma actually both love riding at F-Series bikes, don't we, Emma?
We do.
We went on a ride recently together,
we
didn't we?
The cafe ride was really, really fun. And I've actually ridden a lot more on the road since having my new bike. It makes such a difference.
Do you love it?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. The white on the road against the kit is amazing. It's such a dream to ride.
This is your start of you becoming a road rider in the future.
No, guys, don't worry about that. But it does make a huge difference having a nice bike and being able to go out. I think, yeah, it definitely makes it more enjoyable. It definitely makes you want to go out because you have this such a nice bike underneath you. And yeah, I do really enjoy it.
Don't just take our word for it. Head to your local Pinarello retailer and check out the whole range for yourself.
Search Pinarello Store Locator to find your nearest store.